Give me 1 second to shut the door. Okay, welcome back to another video. Right now I'm gonna hop in my car. I got some things to do right now, basically, and take you guys for a ride today. Brand new car. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I hope you can, because if you can't, that would be a waste of my time to take that shot that would be a waste of my time to take that shot. But I'm putting you up on my phone thing. Come on. Okay, this is one thing I don't like about this phone holder. It needs to go at a certain height, or it will not stay up. Okay. Let me start the car. So, I have not tried driving the car with you guys up there, but yeah. Can't listen to music because that's all copyright, but basically my car's an automatic. Of course, you guys already know that. I only drive automatic, but my car's also a push button, so I don't need an actual key to start the car. You'll be able to hear the car probably humming, as well as wind, because as I pick up speed in the car, it's gonna get a little windy in this car right now. So sadly, you're gonna have to listen to some wind. So yeah, I'm trying to keep the speeds down. The one thing I don't like about this car is because everything's automated on the dash, which you guys can't see right now. But if I would show you the dash right now, you would understand what I mean. Everything on here is automated. The gas stage, the gas gauge, the temperature gauge, everything except for the RPMs and the miles per hour thing. Some cars, I've seen it where the whole entire dash is an electronic board and it's all electronic, but because mine's 2022 Renegade, I don't think mine has that technology yet. Of course, I think the Renegades are right around the end of their 20-year cycle, of course, so we might not have another Renegade at all after this one. So I think I might have gotten the last Renegade model in the world, or for now. I might be wrong. I might be totally wrong. I don't know. Now, I don't know if I need to talk louder because of the wind. We're gonna find out soon enough, because if the wind starts picking up when I get on the highway, on like main roads and all that. I'm just in my neighborhood right now, but if it picks up while going on main roads, I'm gonna have to use that. But yeah, if I wave, it's more because I see someone or something like that. But yeah, the one thing I don't like about it is everything's electronic, so you can't really trust half the stuff in the car half the time. When you get in the car in the mornings, the temperature gauge, it's gone. There's nothing, and it's like 80 or 90 degrees out, and you're asking yourself, how can you have no degree at all in a car? There's no way. There's no way you can have any temperature gauge or reading at all. But as you start driving, the temperature gauge starts going up, and that's probably why. Now, one thing I don't like about this car is it gives me a mile range, as well as it does average how much I'm using per gallon, and then it tells me the current and all that. Right now it says I have 194 miles range. That's how much my car is ranging from the gas that's in the tank already. Now the problem that I have about that is I filled it up, and when I started recording in the car, it was literally at like 212 or something like that. So it was higher than what now it is. And the reason for that is when you're on a hill, especially when you're on a hill, your car, all the gas is going to the back of the car or to the front of the car, so you might get a wrong reading at some point in that area. But yeah, that is what I'm talking about when I am saying the gas gauge and all that's weird. So right now it says 194. In less than a few minutes it could say 2, and that's the weird thing about it. So I'm gonna switch over. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to cover before this light turns green. So let me see if this such okay work. Oh my gosh, that's the one thing I do not like about that this phone thing. It's weird. You put the phone in, and once in a while you have to reorganize the thing, because if you don't, it just falls over. It just falls over. There's like no warning in this. But yeah, we're going on like main roads now. They call it a highway, of course, because it is basically a highway. But we're going to see how this is doing with me talking. But yeah, I just realized that if you put down the back windows, I realized this a long time ago, keep the 2 windows in the front open, not the back ones, you actually are causing less airflow in the car, which is causing you to have that like a weird sounding thing when you hit high temperature or high wind, which is one thing I don't like about keeping the back windows shut, because if I do that, it'll make it so the sound quality inside the car sucks. But yeah. So right now, I think my gas range is going up. So I'm getting more range in the car by just driving. Nope, went back down. See, the range in the car, it's not one of the bigger things to worry about at the time. Once in a while you might have to look at it, just went right back up to 194. So it fluctuates, if that makes any sense. But overall, it's a great little car. I don't know where the heck I'm going, so I'm getting in the fast lane basically, because I'm guessing I know where I'm going. But yeah, the car is great, but it could be better. So would I recommend this car to anyone? Yes, I would. It's for a starter car for any teenager. This is a great little car. Great, good on gas mileage. One of my tanks is about 230, or not 230. Sorry, that's my insurance. One of my tanks is about 23 bucks. I have a tank. I spend about 23 bucks on gas. Some people say it's not the turbo that's causing the gas to go down. I think the turbo is actually helping with gas mileage. But because everything's electronic, you can't really tell. You just have to guess. I'm actually going to take the car in the back roads because I might be meeting up with my friend. So I'm going to be trying to find this house actually for the first time. I don't ever remember going over to his house. Now, for 2022, this is actually a pretty good car. Reason being, it has very fun things to play with in the car. It has things that most cars don't anymore at all, ever, because it's a brand new model and it is just state-of-the-line technology. Brand new engine, totally different engine than what are in most cars nowadays. So we're actually getting off the main road now. We're going on to side roads. So we're actually now getting instructor's ran a turn light. So we're now going to have traffic from both sides. But one thing I like about this is I do have cruise control, so I can set it to a certain speed and keep it at that certain speed the whole entire time I'm driving, which is pretty cool. I like that. But I've never used it. Am I ever going to use it? Probably not, because I'm not going to be lazy while I'm driving. Now, if I'm on the highway and I just want to be focused on just sitting at the steering wheel for a little bit, yes, I'm going to set it. But I'm also going to watch it, because if I need to slow down, I'm going to slow down. My thing does not have that technology where it has a camera in the front that looks out and sees, oh, okay, there's a car coming, cruise control is active for this, we're gonna slow you down. It doesn't do that yet. My range just went back up to 200, which is about where it was at a little while ago, so it's ranging now. But basically, yeah, that's one thing that I do not have. I wish I had it, because if I put cruise control on, it would slow it down and just bring it back up once the obstacle went away. But because I don't have it, I have to do it myself. One thing I do have is lane assist. Basically, lane assist. I basically will be able to turn it on, and the car has a camera in the front on the front dash, and it will basically tell me if I need to brake, or if I get too close. If I go over my line, I can bring up on my dash the lane markings on both sides of it, the Renegade car model picture. It would pop up as I'm going over whichever side I'm closest to. So there's very technology in these cars are advancing good, like fastly and very high, to the point that we're getting to a point where you barely can check anything on that type of car. Basically, these cars are so high on technology now that that was fun. So I'm right now going into like a neighborhood area. I'm up the street where the neighborhood's like Latchin and all. I'm only going 20. I have a car behind me, so I'm gonna get up to speed, of course. But because I'm in a residential area, you can only go 30 on this road, of course. So I stay at 30 at least. Let the car slow itself down. Because of the turbo, you actually are going faster than you think. And the turbo basically kicks in whenever you hit the gas. And that's one bad part about this car. You hit the gas a little too hard and your car basically goes way faster. I don't know if you can hear the turbo switch off. You might be able to if I shut up for a minute or two. But if I did shut up and you could hear the turbo, you would just hear the whining sound. Just decrease down, and that tells you right there the turbo is slowing down, which is basically what the turbo is. But yeah, it's a great little car for people. I will recommend it to almost every person who ever needs a small, compact car that is cheap. Great. See, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, sorry about that. Basically the car, I guess what happened was I hit the gas a little too much. The phone holder went down. That's why you saw my steering wheel and me turning. So, yeah, right now I'm actually going to put my car back in drive and actually have you guys in my hand while I do it, so you guys can see the interior of the car. So let's do that. So as you can see, I'm right here. I'm just parked. I'm beside Walmart. I'm gonna put it back in the drive. As you can see, it says it right there, drive. I'm going to spin the wheel around So I'm gonna back up. This is gonna probably be one of the worst things I probably will ever do with a phone in my hand, because it's one of the hardest things to do with a phone in your hand. So if I put it in reverse, you can see that I am turning into this spot right here. The reason why I'm parking over here is, one, because I do not plan on leaving here for a little bit. I'm actually planning on sitting here, and when you're in the shade, it's way better for your car, because you're actually in shade, so the car's not going to heat up as fast. So I'm still checking my mirrors. It's just when I put the reverse camera on, I also like looking at once in a while, just to see if I'm in my lane or anything like that. I'm going to actually shut the car off so I don't waste gas sitting in a parking lot, but I'm going to use accessory. So right now the steering wheel, it's literally to the point that I can't turn it, but as you can see, it's all automated. So if I bring my phone around, you can see that this right here is our temperature gauge, and this is my gas gauge. Right there. That's my gas gauge. RPMs and my mile per gallon. My mile per hour. Mile per hour. I said mile per gallon. Sorry. But that's the current amount of miles I have on the car. That's the average I'm getting on this tank of gas, and that's the range. If I go up to which one is it? Which one? Let me find it. This one. It says here that in 4 hours timing, I get 23.3 to the gallon, and I've gone 73 miles. And I've only lost that much gas. So in reality, that's actually pretty good. But could it be better? Yes, that could be 100% better. But am I complaining? Not really, because that's some good gas mileage for this car especially. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to get out of the car, because the car's on accessory. I'm going to turn it off so it doesn't waste battery as well. Trying to save up my car, keep it good, keep it clean. But basically, I'm just sitting in back of Walmart's parking lot. If you don't believe, I don't see a sign here. Dang it. I can't. Let me just come around this side. I'll show you the sign. So over there's the cell. Yeah. So do I like this car? Yes, I do. It's a very nice car. It really is. So I'm moving up the thing back here so I can just sit in the back of the parking lot for a little bit and talk. So the thing is I'm inside the trunk. This is the trunk. The trunk is very small, and it is very windy out today. So in reality, I'm actually getting more wind. It's a very nice little car. So okay, so one of the few last things I want to talk about. I'm still waiting on my friend. I doubt I'll be able to meet up with him today. But one thing I want more to talk about is the interior of the car. I don't think I actually showed much of that. I showed you the driver's seat. That's basically it, because you basically didn't see much else. But right now, I'm in the trunk, okay? So, I told you right there, this trunk is not big. And the suspension on this car is a little bit better than most cars. Actually a nice little compact little car. So I'm gonna flip around the camera just to show you a few things so you can see most things on this car. Now, as you can see, I'm in the trunk of the car. That's the front of the car. This is the top where I was sitting 5 seconds ago, but underneath this is another area to put stuff in. And underneath that is where my tire should go, but because it's a 2022, I don't get a tire. I get an inflation kit. So of course, I don't get most of the things that most cars do get, but I do still get a nice 2022 brand new model Jeep Renegade. So, am I complaining about that? No, I'm not. Because guess what? I could have got stuck with a junker. But that was not necessary. But would I have been happier with a junker? Yes, I would have been happy with whatever I drove. But this was a car I loved for years. I've always wanted a Renegade because I drove one when I just got my permit 2 years ago. And I fell in love with it. I really did. It was, I think, probably a 2017, maybe an 18 at the newest, because that was at least a year after my mom bought hers, or 2-3 years, because I had my permit. And I didn't get my permit until like 2019 or 2020. Now, do I enjoy this car? Yes, I do. Do I like the gas mileage? Yeah, sometimes I look at the gas like, what happened to all my gas? Gas is dissipating. It is very not expensive either. So, yeah. So. Sorry if I'm just staring into the phone. I'm actually texting my buddy, the one I was going to meet up with. Right now, I'm literally just sitting in the back of Walmart's parking lot, but at the same time, it's not unheard of to be sitting in the back of Walmart's parking lot. The whole point of the back parking lot is for people to just sleep in and sit back in, and I'm not harming anyone sitting back here, so I really don't care what people say. It's saving me from driving my car around and wasting more gas. So in reality, I'm saving myself more headache when it comes to paying for that car, or paying for the gas. Yeah. But still, I literally can barely fit in the back of this car. I could put the thing I'm sitting on down farther, but then I would be like scooped in. I doubt, because of the suspension, I doubt I'll be able to lift myself up and out. So I'm not gonna do that today. But it's actually a pretty nice thing just to sit here and just look over the whole entire Walmart parking lot. I purposely parked so the back of my car was facing the road, so then no one could see me. And the only people that really can see me are the people coming up by the sides of my car, or parking next to me, or driving on the road. But at the same time, no one really cares in this state. But yeah, no one really cares that people just sitting in their cars. Basically, I got time to kill. I might get something to eat. Maybe go sit somewhere with my food, eat, and then find something else to do. Yeah. So, yeah. I'm very happy with this car. 10 out of 10. Would 100% recommend this car to any person out here. So, yeah. I'm trying not to waste more gas. So I'm basically just sitting in the back of my car, which is not a bad thing. It's a nice, beautiful day. It looks like it's gonna rain actually, so that's not good, but it's a nice, beautiful day. Not as hot, not as cold as
usual, but we both know my channel was always built around one thing: the cold. I always loved the cold. Everyone should know that. If I ever do a trivia of myself, any person should get that, because I am literally sitting there, and I love the cold. So anyone who says I love warm or something like that is wrong in any trivia game about me. Okay. So this place was peaceful. Now it's so loud I can't even hear myself think. So do you hear how loud this is? I'm ducking in my car. But yeah. Cute little car. I don't like really sitting back here because I don't even know if someone's back here. I thought I heard something, but maybe I was wrong or just imagining things. Yeah. I would recommend this car to anyone. My recommendation to anyone is don't buy a brand new one like me. More because a brand new one of a Renegade starts about 29 grand, and with taxes and all the bells and whistles that you would like in the car or different models, you can get it up to at least 35-40 grand just for a little tiny compact car. Like, literally, there's the driver's seat. Literally, I'm literally that close to. I don't think I can touch it, but still, driver's seat right there. This is a little compact car. Come on. So, for the price, I don't really know. So yeah. What was I gonna say? Right. My recommendations to everyone out there looking for a brand new car or any car, check used dealerships. Find a used dealership in your area that seems very nice. If you can find a family-owned business that's a used car dealership, go for it. Go and look. Go see the cars. Check out what they have, because 100% I can guarantee you'll probably walk out with more than just a car. You'll walk out with a guaranteed friendship with that said car. So you get more out of the car by just that. The second option next to used dealerships is go to a brand new like Jeep dealership. So let me show you. My key is a push button, or basically a push button start. But you could go to Len Stoller, which is where I bought the key. You can't see it. Let me get this out. Len Stoller says it right there. The phone number. If you're ever in the area of Westminster, this is a great dealership to go to. They don't only have brand new cars; they have used. You could find a used Dodge Charger for 29 grand. You can find Jeeps. You can find a lot of cars. You can find Renegades as well. So that's another thing. You can go check the dealerships, because dealerships usually don't only have brand new cars. They also have used, because they also want your money with used, except for new. If someone comes into them and they don't have used, then they're gonna leave without a car in their hands, and it's gonna look bad on the dealership, because they should always have used. I've never heard of a dealership not having used cars, even if it has new cars. But you gotta be careful what you get, because with certain dealerships they can rip you off, with new or used. new or used. It's no matter what car, what kind you get. It's new or used. Now, if you're looking for a Renegade like mine, and you live by, check out Len Stoller, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, and Chrysler. That they're very good, nice up there, up in sales, and I 100% love this car, and they've taken care of me as much as I can. Anything that comes up with the car, all I have to do is go in and they help me with it, fix it, whatever, which is one thing I love about this car. So, is there any down part about Renegades? Yes. The one thing about a Renegade is you gotta be careful what year you get. Before 2019, Renegades, Compasses, and I think Cherokees, maybe I'm wrong, I think it might have been Compasses and only the Compasses and the Renegades. They shared the same engine. And you gotta be careful because the older Renegades, 2019 and below, the engines had notorious stuff about wasting oil. It burned so much oil that you would have to put in 10 times the oil, and it would just kill the engine, and you would be just getting a lemon in a way. The way I know that is my sister actually got a 2017 Compass that was burning oil. They replaced the engine, $4,000. It still burns oil to the point that she has to keep putting more oil in, keeps 2 gallons of oil in the back of her car as well, just to keep adding it. So if you go online and you find a Compass or a Cherokee or a Renegade that's anything below a 19, be skeptical about that, because unless they change the engine out for a brand new engine, it won't work. But I just remember one thing: you can't. You literally can't. So the engine that's in my car right now is a 1.4 or a 2.4 liter car that is a turbo. So it has turbo in it. Now the problem with that is if I would have tried to get them to put that into a 2017 Jeep Compass, it would die. I'm sorry, but that car would die. Not as a bad thing. It's already junk as it is, but the reason why it would die is because the Jeep Compass is a 2017. It doesn't have all the electronics that it needs to run a 2.4 or a 1.4 liter turbo engine. So, it's one of those things we gotta be careful what you buy. What's coming up? It is a Renegade, cute little Renegade. If you want to play the Renegade game, there's two kinds of Renegade games. There's 2 kinds. One, every time you see a Renegade, take a picture of it and hashtag it Renegade game. I doubt that's actually a game. I'm just guessing. Now, second game. Every time you drive down the road and you see a Renegade, if you're with someone in the passenger seat or in the driver, and whichever one you are, you gotta go Renegade and smack them. So basically it's like a off-brand version of Volkswagen Beetles in that game, where you go punch buggy, no punchbacks. So it's kind of like that, but for Renegades. I have still not known if there's actually a thing about that. I'm still getting used to a Jeep stuff. One thing I'm not used to is, one thing I think what Renegades have is something called You've Been Ducked. And basically what that means is you get a chance that one day what will happen is you come out to your car, right here on your door there will be a duck with a piece of paper. A piece of paper that says you've been ducked. And basically what that means is someone put a duck on your car, showing that you're part of the Jeep family. A lot of people say it's only for Wranglers, but my sister has a Compass and she got jeeped or ducked. So she actually did get it. So, what are the downfalls about buying new? More expensive. Okay, let me get back to what I was saying because I'm not going to keep this on for long. But third thing, last final thing when you're talking about different dealerships. If you go to the one store that I went to, you can build your own car. So basically what that means is you can go online and make a factory order for a certain kind of car with everything you want. So you can get a Jeep Renegade for 25 grand at starting price, I think it was, and you customize it to what you want in that car. So if you don't want heated seats, get rid of them. If you don't want a roof rack, get rid of them. If you don't want a cup holder in the back, get rid of them. You pick what you want in your car and what you don't want in your car. So you actually get probably a better deal out of that because you build your own car. You don't let companies build it for you. They build what you want. Now the Renegade is the upgraded version of one car or two cars actually. If I know for a fact a lot of people, older generation people before my generation, probably will remember this. Even probably my generation, because my generation, we actually had them. So the first car actually came before I don't think I was born back then. If I was, by the time I was born, I barely saw them. Jeep Liberties. Jeep Liberties were the first ever car that kind of reminded me of the Renegade. Now, that's 1 out of 3 cars, and the Renegade's the newest model. The next model up from the Liberty is the Patriot. And you might be saying, no, that's not right. And yes, it is. If you look at the Liberty by side with the Patriot, by side with the Renegade, let's say the newest model, which is mine, you can see that they have so much of a similarity. At the end of the video, or in the middle of the video, I'll put 3 pictures in a row, just so you can see what all 3 look like, and you can slow down the video if you would like. I'll let you know before that comes up. But still, it's one of those things where it's kind of funny that but yeah, those are the 3 cars that basically are cousins, I would like to say. I like calling them cousins because in reality they are cousins. They're the same cars, just older models with different engines. If you would put a Renegade by side with a Liberty, or by side with a Patriot, yes, it's gonna be the same thing. Patriot, anyone that tells me a Patriot doesn't look anything like a Renegade is lying to himself. Because we both know the Renegade and the Patriot are the same thing. It's just a newer and older model. That's all it is. Now, what's going to be the newer model of this car? I can't say. By what I know, every car gets a 20-year span, and then they get cut off. So after a certain amount of time, the car's production goes away, and a new car comes out. And usually what they do is they just rename a car to keep it a little bit different, but also not really. So, yeah. So, I'm gonna actually hop out of the back seat. Oh my gosh. It's getting very uncomfortable back there. Because you have the hook thing where the car latches shut. So, I'm actually hopping right back into the front seat of the car. Dang it, my keys are in the back. So I'm actually just gonna... of course, I could have left my keys back there because it's an automatic starter. So this car starts itself. I don't actually have to sit there and keep the keys with me, or on me. I like keeping my keys on my belt, which is usually where they go, but I took them off my belt to show them to you, and I never picked them back up. But I'm showing it. But yeah, this car is a great car for basically anyone who wants a not cheap car, but a car that's going to be reliable and beneficial to you. If you think that this is not a good car for you, then it might not be, but it is a good car in general. So in reality, I would say look into them. Buy a good car. That's all I'm going to say. Right now, I'm actually going to put up the Liberty, the Renegade, after the Patriot. So it's going to be Liberty, Patriot, Renegade. So you will see them all right next to each other. So let's do that. Okay, so that was the three cars. They look exactly the same. I told you, they look all the same. So now you know what I'm talking about when I say they look all the same. Now it's getting hot. See, this is the thing. It gets really hot just sitting in a car in the back of Walmart's parking lot. So this is going to be the end of the video, guys. I'm actually going to just head out. I'm not going to keep recording, of course. So I hope you enjoyed this long video. I guarantee you it's long. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day.